The MacBook Pro lineup is once again headed for an upgrade, and this time the spotlight is firmly on Apple's upcoming M5 Pro and M5 Max chips. At Technology Review, we've been diving deep into leaks, supply chain rumors, and architectural hints to understand just how different the M5 generation will be from the current M4 base machines. If you're wondering whether to hold off for the next upgrade or buy now, you'll want to read everything we've uncovered. Let's start with the core of it all, the M5 chip itself. It's been reported that Apple is preparing a new evolution in its silicon architecture, one that may still use TSMC's 3nm process node, but with substantial advancements in transistor density, efficiency, and overall design logic. The M4 chips already marked a major improvement in performance per watt, but the M5 generation is expected to go further, thanks to refined node technology, sometimes referred to as N3E or an enhanced 3nm variant. According to internal sources and industry leaks, the M5 Pro and M5 Max will not just build upon the architecture of their predecessors. They will represent a meaningful leap in both raw performance and graphical capabilities. This means not only faster CPUs and GPUs, but better energy efficiency across the board, ideal for professionals using apps like Final Cut Pro, Logic Pro, Blender, and Adobe Creative Suite. Now let's talk design. Will the M5 MacBook Pros look any different from what we have now? The short answer, not really. Apple is likely to stick with the current chassis that was introduced with the M1 Pro and M1 Max in 2021 and carried through the M2 and M3 lineups. Apple typically sticks with a chassis for around 3 to 5 years before redesigning it. Based on the latest reports, a full design refresh, including potential OLED displays and thinner form factors, is expected with the M6 generation, likely in late 2026 or even 2027. This means the M5 generation may be the final chapter in the current MacBook Pro body design. While no major form factor changes are anticipated, Apple may still introduce minor variations, possibly a new colorway, similar to how Space Black was added recently. The idea of a bold color refresh, perhaps a dark blue or bronze variant, has surfaced in speculative reports but is yet to be confirmed. Shifting gears to what really matters, performance. Here's where things get more technical and exciting. Apple has been refining its chip layout with each generation, not just increasing the number of cores, but making them smarter and more energy efficient. The M5 Pro is expected to feature a 9-core or 10-core performance configuration in its base model, with 4 efficiency cores backing them up. The high-end version may reach 12 performance cores and 4 efficiency cores, bringing the total to 16. The M5 Max, of course, will go further. Leaks suggest a base M5 Max could include 11 performance cores and 4 efficiency cores, totaling 15, while the fully unlocked version might come with 14 performance cores, topping out at 18 total CPU cores. That's a significant step beyond the current M4 Max's configuration, and when paired with increased cache sizes and clock speeds, it should lead to substantial multi-threaded performance improvements. In terms of GPU, Apple is expected to follow a similar trajectory, increasing core counts by approximately 2 across each configuration tier. The M5 Pro may jump from 18 to 20 or 22 GPU cores, and the M5 Max might range between 34 to 42 cores depending on the version. These upgrades aim to maintain Apple's edge in graphics performance, especially as more creative professionals lean on their MacBooks for rendering, AI workloads, and high-end 3D modeling. Let's not forget the neural engine. The M4 already demonstrated how much Apple values machine learning acceleration, and the M5 should push that further. Expect faster on-device AI computation, powering everything from photo editing to dynamic voice recognition. The improvements here may even enable new macOS features that haven't been publicly teased yet. Apple may also adjust RAM options. While the current base options start at 18 GB or 36 GB depending on the chip, Apple could bump base RAM capacity slightly, perhaps to 20 gigabytes or even 24 gigabytes for the M5 Pro, aligning better with memory-hungry creative workflows. Unified memory bandwidth may also increase, contributing to better overall system responsiveness and multitasking. But now the big question, what about pricing? Apple has consistently kept the starting prices of MacBook Pros steady over recent years, and we expect the trend to continue. The 14-inch MacBook Pro with M5 Pro may start around the same $1,999 mark, while the larger 16-inch model and M5 Max configurations will likely climb toward the $3,500 plus range depending on specs. Minor price tweaks might occur if Apple increases base RAM or storage, but a full pricing overhaul isn't likely until the M6 series arrives. That said, with inflation and Apple's investment in silicon R&D, a modest bump in high-end configurations could happen. Don't be surprised if maxed-out M5 Max models with top-tier RAM and storage push well beyond $4,000. These systems are increasingly being positioned as workstation-class laptops for demanding professionals. So, what does this all mean for you, the buyer? If you're using an M1 Pro or Max MacBook, this could be your ideal upgrade cycle. The M5 will likely offer not just performance gains, but long-term compatibility with future versions of macOS and new creative tools. On the other hand, if you're already on M3 or M4, the jump to M5 might not feel as drastic, unless you truly need the latest silicon for tasks like 8K editing, 3D animation, or machine learning. There's also the decision whether to wait for the M6 generation. That's where we expect big changes. OLED displays, a slimmer design, a possible MagSafe redesign, and even better power efficiency. But that's still at least 18 to 24 months away. In the end, the M5 Pro and M5 Max are shaping up to be powerful yet iterative updates to an already strong lineup. They may not reinvent the MacBook Pro, but they'll extend its dominance in the high-performance laptop market. For many professionals, they'll be the right blend of speed, efficiency, and stability without the need to wait for a new design. At Technology Review, we'll be tracking every benchmark, teardown, and hands-on review the moment these laptops drop. So make sure to subscribe for real-world comparisons, creative workflow tests, and deep dives into what matters most to creators and professionals. To wrap it up, Apple's M5 Pro and M5 Max chips are expected to hit the market with improved performance across CPU, GPU, and AI capabilities. They'll keep the current MacBook Pro design alive one more year before the next generation overhaul in 2026 or 2027. If you need the power and you're coming from an older machine, the M5 lineup could be your best bet. If you want cutting-edge form and display tech, maybe hold out for the M6. Whichever way you lean, it's an exciting time for Apple Silicon, and the M5 generation might be one of the best performance per dollar offerings we've seen in years. Stay tuned to Technology Review for more updates as we get closer to launch.